I'm really curious. I really want to feel something made of milk. I see why that didn't take off.
If you had that, you were probably the coolest person ever. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is us. People.
Obviously.
We are here. We're back for another video today. Today is going to be 8 crazy inventions that never made it. This is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do, but it's just a random video, and these kind of things always interest me.
Plus the channel caught our eye.
Exactly, because it's British pathe. I don't know how to pronounce pathe, I don't know. But yeah, it just caught our eye, and it's like, well, you know what? Let's go check it out. So that's what we're doing here today. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you like this type of content, just of an American couple learning and reacting to things outside of our country.
Sometimes outside of our comfort zone.
Ooh. And occasionally we show a little bit of our area or where we're from. So definitely consider subscribing. All our social and ways to get a hold of us and send us recommendations is down in the description below. And with that being said, please leave a like on the video, because it really helps out with YouTube. With that being said, let's get right into this and check out 8 crazy inventions that never made it.
I like it so far.
Oh, whoa, what was that?
Many inventions change the face of our world, shaping our practices, customs, and the way we live. But what about those genius gadgets that never became mainstream? We want to take a look at some crazy devices that never made it. Let's shake some dust. Cars brought progress, but also road casualties. To prevent this, several pedestrian safety scoops were designed during the 1920s, often attached to the radiator or the bumpers of the vehicle. When the scoop or the net touched an obstacle, it would automatically drop to the ground and push it away.
It can be fitted to bumpers or take the place of them, and it folds neatly away when it isn't eating pedestrians. A flick of a lever, and the scoop has another mouthful.
What?
When the scoop is open, a jaywalker simply can't get run over.
Okay, I don't actually totally hate that.
No, not at all.
Especially back then when people, like, they didn't have, like, traffic, like, the traffic was pretty much just drive as you can.
Right.
Don't run over, don't hit horses and people.
Yeah.
You know, everything was so new. I love old advertisements.
I know.
Like,
I love
just how they broadcast it or whatever.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it would be totally unnecessary. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be hitting people. You shouldn't even come close to any person.
I can
That's
see
actually
why
really
it's not
clever.
a thing, but that is really cool, especially for that era.
I feel like almost why I didn't catch off those, because people would purposely do it.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go hit
people around.
I'm gonna go hit a person and like flip it and start like the new way to play bowling or whatever.
Baby follows ball out of window, and mother just looks on.
Believe it or not, this article was distributed among the members of the Chelsea Baby Club in London in 1937 as a solution for families without a garden. Patented in 1922 as a healthy antidote to growing children in crowded cities, it could also double up as a bed, incorporating removable curtains. You might be surprised, but this invention never quite took off, thanks to those very grounded mothers.
From now on, it's high society and life in a penthouse for her.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I mean,
I'd be too
yes
scared.
and no. Yeah, it'd be just like, why take the risk?
I know.
Like, just go outside to a park or something.
Yeah. I understand, you know, you're busy and stuff, and can't always go to the park.
And the baby gets sunshine. I mean, I kind of get it, but could you imagine if it did take off though, and you like just look up this huge skyrise and you just see all these like little
baby cages.
And all these babies are just out there.
Oh, but birds could poop on them.
What?
In the early 1930s, when fascist Italy was suffering from financial sanctions, the country's propaganda publicised its self-sufficiency using their own resources. An Italian chemist, Antonio Ferretti, developed a successful method to make regenerated protein fibres. Lanital was a fabric made from casein, a major component in the making of cheese, for instance. Casein was processed with formaldehyde and metal salts, and then pressed through spinnerets to form long silk-like fibres.
Wow.
Very much like milk. So in future you'll be able to choose between drinking a glass of milk and wearing one.
I am really curious.
I don't know why that didn't take off.
Because milk is more important than... Milk and cheese is more important than...
Yeah, maybe it was just too much to process it.
And it's cheaper probably to make wool out of other materials, because milk can be expensive.
True. I guess if it really does use the milk, you're losing all the milk. Whereas if you just had the sheep, yeah, no,
I really want to feel something made of milk.
Milk wool.
Milk wool.
I'm always surprised
That's interesting.
I'm sure it was a monetary reason or resource or something why it didn't take off, but
I could see it did for a little bit, obviously.
I have seen these.
During World War I, horses were used extensively for tasks like pulling ambulances or moving heavy artillery. Both sides started using gas as a warfare weapon, and protective equipment was gradually developed both for men and horses.
Horse.
It didn't go mainstream for long, no, because luckily horses are no longer used in military conflicts.
Oh.
Don't look now, ladies, but these girls are trying to get their fat down, to put it plainly, and this is how they do it in the States.
That woman had an issue, I think.
Oh, she's sweating.
Okay.
She's working out.
But these girls are trying to get their
Yeah,
fat
what?
down, to put
Like,
it plainly,
is it right?
and this is how they do it in the States.
For some reason,
Wait, that's not what? That's how they do it in the States?
But these girls
think
are
it
trying
was
to get their
American
fat
product.
down, to put it plainly, and this is how they do it in the States.
this one doesn't sound so outdated, does it?
Huh.
That's right. Fitness vibrating belts stayed around till the mid-1970s, providing no scientifically proven weight loss to the millions who used it. The principle is quite a logical one. Instead of exercising the muscle yourself, you let the belt vibrate and exercise it for you.
That looks
That's why
uncomfortable.
it's commonly known as the lazy option of fitness.
Yeah.
However, several studies show that body vibration does not reduce weight or any type of body fat, unless one reduces the ingestion of calories. So the miracle of lose it by shaking it vanished,
Yoga.
as well as the presence of these belts around gyms.
Okay.
That's so bizarre.
I mean, I
looking.
get, obviously, if it doesn't work, it didn't take off, but it sounds like it took off for a while.
There's
They
still
said till the
things that
70s.
do that. They have like vibrating a pad like you stand on and it jiggles your feet up and down.
But
really
maybe it
fast.
doesn't actually work. Maybe it's just a fake.
I know, it's like one of those things that sounds like it should work and it's like a lazy option of losing weight, so obviously that's got a market of people that want to have that.
In the
I
early
used one
30s, there was a
before.
boom in the exploration of wireless radios. Long before the transistor offered
What?
such an option, this radio hat was seen in the streets of Paris in 1931. Following today's notion of don't use it, wear it, applied to technology, this radio hat offered the groundbreaking possibility of carrying music with you when Walkmans were
Like a
not
big
even a
boombox on
dream.
your shoulder in the 90s.
I mean, we make fun of it because it looks so silly, but I mean, that's, like he said, that was groundbreaking technology at that point. Like, if you had that, you were probably the coolest person ever.
It looks
I feel like it's like,
dangerous and open.
to me, it looks like if it
easily
was,
broken.
if a lightning storm was going by, you better take that thing off.
Ability of carrying music with you when Walkmans were not even a dream.
I don't hate it,
Benefit of
though.
motorists
No.
who haven't got a garage at home, we pay a visit to the home in Hampstead of Colonel Westland Wright for a really original and down-to-earth idea for housing a car. A garage in the front garden that disappears when it's not wanted.
Those lucky enough to have space in front of their house had to choose between having a garden or a garage.
Okay, that's awesome.
But not with these inventions. During the 50s, several solutions tried to break the frustration of having to choose between the two. From foldable instant garages to sophisticated platforms that could hide underground. Unfortunately, in our days, only Batman and 007 can enjoy the privilege of a hidden garage.
So actually, I like that idea.
Uh-huh.
What I would like is if you had a basement and then it could lower into your basement.
Well, I'm sure it has to lower to some sort of basement, otherwise how would
No,
they get out?
okay, so it was probably its own little basement, so it just lowers it. Like, I don't know if
I guess you don't have to.
I would
physically
imagine
lower
that
it
you wouldn't be able to go down into it.
unless you get stuck. Oh, that'd be a bad way to trap
Well,
people.
no. Like, you probably just get out and lower it into, like,
Yeah.
a coffin, I guess, or whatever.
That seems incredibly expensive, though. But maybe it was the same
It was
price
probably
as that in
incredibly
addition of a
expensive,
garage.
but, like, I'm just thinking technology now. The elevator part would be the most expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's
like, it
very
would just be
interesting.
totally away from all...
Almost
weather.
futuristic looking
Yeah.
for such an old, dated thing. I kind of like that,
Only
though.
Batman and 007 can enjoy the privilege of a hidden garage.
Oh, what... Ooh.
The things we do to keep young. The relationship between science and beauty treatments has always been a strange one. Since Marie and Pierre Curie discovered
Looks
radium
fake.
in 1898, it started being used for medical and commercial applications. The radioactive mask is a good example of why applications should never run faster than research. Thankfully, nowadays beauty treatments look more and more at science to
Oh
check
my
and control
God.
the purity of natural products, rather than to create health-damaging, scary gizmos.
But it's a delicate treatment that calls for very exact timing. She mustn't be
Especially during radiation.
And
on
these were just a
person.
few inventions
Yeah.
that never made.
I think that was before
What
they realized
the
how bad
hell?
radiation was.
Yeah, but still, it looks like she was dead. Like wrapping her up and everything.
Mummify her.
very exact timing.
Yeah,
She
I
mustn't
see
be
why that didn't take off.
And these were just a few inventions that never
That's
made it
cool.
to our days. Bold, ingenious, ridiculous, you name it. But remember, most useful devices were initially
that's
taken
cool.
for a loony idea.
that last one that you said was cool was just like a baby carriage that folds up.
Yeah.
They have that.
No, I know they have it. It was cool.
That was interesting.
Yeah, some random inventions. I really like these type of videos, just the random ones that just I like inventions. I like seeing like how far.
You're very into technology stuff.
Well, I like how far we've. It's just amazing to see how far we've come in 100 years.
Yes, for sure.
Like the radio hat to like now they are literally talking about playing chips into people send messages telepathically.
Yeah.
Like Elon Musk is doing that. I think potentially this year will be the first he's going to try. I think to put it into a human for the first time. So yeah, you go from a radio hat to literally having this tiny thing in your head, and then you can like send messages to the other person.
That's scary.
In 100 years, that's incredible. Like that's insane.
So anyway, that was just a fun, interesting video that we'd never heard of any of those.
Well, the horse gas mask. We heard of that.
Yes, I have heard and seen that before.
The coolest one, I'll probably agree with you, was the milk yarn. Like,
yes!
Why that hasn't taken off.
Being a crafty, creative person, I kind of want to try to make something out of that.
What I actually really want to know is...
It seems strong.
If it didn't take off because of financial reasons, I want to know if you can do it with spoiled milk.
Ooh.
If you could go take
Well, I think they use it from like the extra fatty stuff they use for cheese. I forgot what they.
I know, but I think you have to. I don't know anything about it.
And I don't think spoiled milk has that. Like you can't. It has to be like whole milk.
I guess true. Spoiled milk in a grocery store is already it's processed.
Well, I'm wondering if it deteriorates over time faster than wool.
Maybe
wool is grown and lasts a long time.
So anyway, that was a fun little video. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yes, that was fun.
If you guys want to see more of just some random videos like this, don't hesitate to like recommend this type of stuff. It doesn't always have to be like comedy or.
Doesn't always have to relate to you. It could just be whatever you find interesting as well that you think we would find interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Let us know which one surprised you most in the comments below. If you didn't know any of these. Anyway, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Please be safe, take care, look after one another, and as always, cheers.
Thanks for being part of the name game.